Welcome, dear Thriver, to Thriver TV, where you not only get to survive narcissistic abuse, but thrive from it. Today, I want to speak to the trauma of these apocalyptic, narcissistic, uncertain times. You may be deeply feeling this trauma because many people are, personally, globally. You may be trying to deal with highly triggered narcissists right now who are even more revolting than usual, as well as dealing with some really tumultuous times in the world that may be affecting you wherever you are in the world. My opinion is that we are going through massive upheavals and changes, a battle, if you like, of darkness and light, which will not necessarily be the end of us, but it will definitely be the end of life as we once did it. And I don't believe that this is a bad thing, as many of us have been living in the shadows, our own and that of others. And this is all about a return to light. Today, I want to allow you to see a bigger picture and explain the connection in regard to narcissism and trauma, as well as explain to you our way to get through this and up and out of it. Let's have a look at the traumatic episodes right now. First of all, we have a powerful divide where people are falling out with each other. That's ramped up, family members not agreeing, important friendships falling by the wayside, disagreements and separations with love partners. It's all rife at the moment. We also have big reveals on a micro and a macro level, exposing certain people in our personal lives to not be the people we believe them to be, and also people structures and organizations in the world that we might have believed in, and now we suspect or know don't care about us in the ways that we once thought. This awakening to certain truths, shaking our core beliefs, can occur at a slow pace shift, or it can be triggered by an influx of information suddenly. Either ways, the results to your psyche can be shocking. It's akin to walking in on your partner or your spouse in bed with your best friend. The exposure of narcissistic abuse, due to its insidious Trojan horse capacity to make out that you are served or supported by this person or structure who is actually betraying you for selfish reasons. It's destabilizing and leads you to question everything. Within the human zeitgeist is a protection mechanism. If you're lied to badly, quite rightly, you struggle to trust again. We inherently know, deceive me once, shame on you. Deceive me twice, shame on me. And in our attempted cognitive dissonance of not wanting to face the truth, continually overlooking or forgiving the unforgivable, namely pathological lies and betrayal, we absolutely have grave inner shame. Some parts of us knows the truth, we just don't want to know. I want to talk to you about the 4 inner pillars of our identity. Narcissistic abuse rocks the foundations of your very inner identity. It's a deep unearthing from the pillars of your human existence. Let's examine these in order and exactly how they relate to narcissistic abuse. The first inner pillar is love. Your concept of love is traumatized. You thought this person or group cared for you, but now you know they don't, and they were using you for their own agenda. Narcissistic love comprises of telling you how wonderful you are and how much you're cared for, and then damaging, hurting you, and doing terribly cruel things to you to make you bend to a will that is not your own. This isn't love. It's tyranny disguised as benevolence. Love does not grasp or control or threaten. It sets free and trusts and allows you to be yourself. Love does not abandon you when you're injured, down, broken, not being useful or following orders. Rather, it's present, restorative, selfless, and supportive. Love does not shut up your opinion and attack you for voicing your concerns. Love allows you to have your voice and to agree to disagree if necessary. The next pillar of your inner identity is approval. You are shocked when undergoing narcissistic abuse that this person or body that once approved of you is now attempting to disable you with threats and smearing you with false information to discredit you if you don't agree with their narrative. Approval becomes conditional. You're not validated enough to even receive answers to your concerns. You are stonewalled, gaslighted, blamed, discarded, and ignored if questioning the abuse, as well as set upon with minions and authorities to punish you back into submission. It's called abuse by proxy, and it's what narcissists famously do. Another thing that narcissists do is convince you that you're a victim. You can't do things yourself, and you need them to cope. A true master of life creates more masters. People who really approve of you want you to approve of yourself and be empowered as yourself. Those who genuinely approve of you don't want you to be dependent on them. They empower you not to need them. Genuine approval doesn't narcissistically control you with telling you that you're weak or smash you with continual chaos, drama, and fear porn to make you feel terrorized, traumatized, and powerless in the world. Or spin facts to blame you for what they are doing themselves, tearing down your self-belief in the process. True approval also doesn't triangulate you to look at other people as the cause of your issues, telling you that these people are against you and out to get you, so that you're always in a state of fear, pain, reaction, and defenses, instead of realizing that it was the narcissist that engineered all of this all along. The next inner pillar is security. The following are important questions relating to security. Can I prosper and create the life, job, or business that I want to do? Can I be who I want to be in the world and feel abundant and serve humanity in those I love in healthy ways, whilst prospering healthily myself? Or am I brought to my knees, targeted, and ripped down when I try to create, achieve, and generate my life? Narcissists destroy your life force, your creations, expansions, and any joy that you take in your accomplishments. They thwart, penalize, and hamstring you and seek to make you feel wrong and guilty about what you're trying to do. How dare you feel great off your own steam? You're meant to worship and be dependent on the narcissist and be turned against anything else that could be a source of achievement, power, and freedom for you, because then you will remain imprisoned. According to the narcissist, you're my slave. You serve me, never yourself or others. When you are under narcissistic control, it's like being a salmon trying to swim upstream with a brick on your head. Many people simply give up, which is exactly what a narcissist wants you to do. Be powerless, dependent on them, and unable to rise up against them and escape their rule. Then there is the last and fourth inner pillar of your identity, survival. Having your survival programs traumatized leads to these questions. Can I get through this? Am I going to be displaced? Will I be able to defend myself? Will I have anything left to provide for myself and those I love? Can I have the means to even have access to base survival needs? Will I survive? All of these four pillars being compromised plunges your inner being into loads of trauma. Being with a narcissist triggers exactly these traumas. Many people in the world are feeling these traumas more than they ever have, not just on a personal level, but on a collective level. I want to talk to you about the energetic effects of trauma. Trauma is crippling on many levels, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. If you want to think in the terms of your chakra centers, If you're stuck in the base chakra and you're mired down in the trauma of survival, you can't harness hope, faith, creativity, and forward movement. You can only deal in the present day pain, fear, battle, and struggles. It's like Groundhog Day, being on a traumatic treadmill with no way out. If you're stuck in internal trauma, then your navel chakra is clogged up. Energy can't flow through it healthily. So rather than, because that's about desire, rather than having inspired and expansive desire calling you forth, you're in what I call empty desire. It's a panic, needy desire. You're trying to get things from outside of you to help you. And you may be taking up addictions and trying to get stuff or do stuff to try to take away the pain. Yet it's like stapling sandwiches to your jumper and hoping you just had lunch. Your trapped internal trauma is what's generating despair and depression. If you are holding on to trauma, you're also stuck in the energy of your solar plexus, clogged up with having a shameful, painful self-identity and maybe even self-loathing, hating how you feel, hating on yourself and your position in life. This is the seat of victim consciousness, which means you're stuck in the co-creating of more punishing events of continual victimization entering your life experiences. Until this internal trauma is released from your inner being, you can't vibrate higher because the energy can't flow through these lower centers into your heart chakra, your love space, which is the most powerful, liberating force of all. Which means you're cut off from all that is, your higher self, your higher power, divine love, a powerful intelligence outside of space, time, energy, and matter, which also connects you to your own power because you are a fractal of this source. You're made of the same stuff. And if you are freed from trauma and you can be in your heart, then you can move from your heart center up into your throat chakra, where you can be yourself, express your truth, have a voice and a position in the world. And from there, you can move into the brow chakra to have insight, clear intuition, and receive divine guidance from the higher mind, from source. From there, you can rise further into the crown chakra to experience oneness to all that is and your rightful identity as the powerful co-creator that you truly are. And here, you know you're whole. You know you're immortal. You know you're infinite. You know you're indestructible. You know you are a fractal of source as a spirit having a human experience, and there is no fear here. This is the journey from trauma to activation to emancipation to your true freedom. Then you are a light and you discover how, just like vampires, when you stand in the darkness as the light, the darkness is illuminated and any vampires in it must shriek and run back into the shadows. All that is dark in our world and within our own shadows, all that collective trauma is now coming up and out of the shadows. It's being seen and experienced everywhere. This is the process of purging and cleansing. As many will put it, including me, this is the collective humanity shift of moving from third dimensional fear and pain to fifth dimensional consciousness and freedom. It's time, and the time is right now. The real question is, are you going to go free from the internal trauma? Move up into your human birthright and be the light within this, and thus solution to your own life and others and all of humanity? Or are you going to be gobbled up in the darkness because of your own as yet unhealed shadows? But there is hope, more than hope, for you, for me, and for all of us. At this time, I felt very called to put together a workshop on this, to help these personal and collective wounds of narcissism, to show you the way to take your freedom back from this blight for real. It's a 4-hour informative, supportive workshop and healing event that I've called Freedom from Relationship Trauma and Toxic People. And it's totally relevant to help you heal from the current day narcissistic apocalypse that we are all living through. And I hope that this video today has helped answer some burning questions for you, granted you clarity, and made you understand the real truth about narcissism. And as always, I really look forward to your comments and your questions on my blog. Come over to there because that's where I can interact with you. Okay, I hope this has helped. And until the next one, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving. There is nothing else to do. And make sure you like and subscribe and share this video to somebody who needs to hear this message. Lots of love. Bye-bye.